Good. There we go. Oh, so much better. We love a downward angle.
Okay. Happy now?
Yeah. Just takes a second. And I'm like, okay, now we're good.
Perfect. At least you know your angles. I'm always like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited to have you on.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
overdue, way overdue. But I don't know if you know the concept. Well, I'm sure you know the concept. So basically, it's 5 minutes. It's time. So I'm gonna turn on the timer, and then I'll just ask you questions. It's not going to be edited. So I'm not gonna cut anything out.
That's good. Love it. Do it.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to have you. So why don't you start by telling us more about who you are, what you do, and how you got there?
Yeah. So I'm Ché, and I'm a beauty, fashion, and lifestyle editor based in New York. And I'm also a bit of a makeup artist and content creator. And basically, I kind of fell into editing. I never planned on being a beauty editor. Still, sometimes I'm like, how am I a beauty editor? Kind of just happens. But I was working within brands for quite some time, and I ended up working for a beauty brand, and I love beauty and products so much. Someone in my life who actually probably kind of like 6 years ago was like, I think you should write. You know a lot about just products and ingredients and formulas and how they work together. I think people would be really interested. So I pitched an article idea to an in-house agency for a brand I was working for at the time, and they loved it. And I started writing for them, and then it kind of just started, spiraling into now I have like 5 different editorial outlets I write for. So.
I feel like that happened so quickly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like two
when
years.
2 years?
Yeah.
I know. I remember when you were working somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Working somewhere else and like not really happy, but you do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And then, so my next question was going to be like, was writing always the goal? But I feel like you kind of fell into it. Or was it in a way? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think I wanted to learn a lot more about the agency that I really enjoy, which is a
Mhm.
beauty, fashion, lifestyle. So I wanted to kind of get into the weeds, but no, writing was honestly never the goal. I think at the time I really wanted to be more of like a director of marketing in many facets, but then I just realized that wasn't something I wanted after I got into a marketing role.
Mhm.
So for me, writing kind of felt like freedom, and it was a way for me to be able to test and try all the brands that I really love without having to like quit a job to start another job and kind of jump around from job to job. I was able to do it all at one time.
Yeah. I love that. And okay, since you're testing so many products, let's jump into this question now. Is what are your top three skincare products that would be like really easy for someone to jump into?
Sure. Top three, definitely would say a good facial cleanser. I usually say something with a little bit of a micro exfoliant because we're all wearing masks right now, so it's really hot and steamy and sweaty. So you really need to exfoliate off all the debris and bacteria that builds up throughout the day. One serum, you can get an all-in-one. If it's a hydrating serum or it's a hydrating anti-aging, just get one serum to help with aging and also to give yourself the moisture back to your skin after you've already exfoliated. And then the last thing would be a moisturizer with an SPF in it. We want to be protecting our skin at all times throughout the day, even if we're not leaving the house, because there's blue light rays that can really penetrate and age the skin. So that's why SPF is so important. And then, of course, moisturizing just to keep our moisture levels balanced.
Yes. What is the difference? This is how dumb I am about beauty. What is the difference between a serum and a moisturizer? Like, why do I need both?
Sure. So a serum comes after you've already washed your skin, so your pores are open, and the actual molecular quality of a serum is a lot smaller than a moisturizer. So the serum can get into and penetrate the actual skin and do whatever the active it's going to do. If it's just anti-aging, if it's anti-blemish. It's going to work the way it's supposed to, because now the pores have been opened and cleansed. Now they're open to accept the molecule of the serum. And then the moisturizer kind of is like a glove. It holds all of that serum in, so that way it can maintain and do its work.
Ooh, all right, great. Yeah,
no worries.
Awesome, thank you. So, okay, so how you stayed motivated in 2020? Obviously, you said, you can't really go anywhere. Obviously, it's been such a different year for everyone. So, how have you stayed motivated?
So for me, it's really just waking up every day and working out. Having that time where I get like my mind, my body connected is one, just self-care, and it's a way for me to also kickstart my energy and kickstart my creative power kind of that I have inside. I feel like once my body is in tune with how my mind feels, and everything else is a lot easier, and it also helps like de-stress you. Not everything is as big and crazy as it seems. And I think once you do something to release a lot of that just anxious energy, you're a lot freer to kind of move around and not feel so constricted in like the way we're living right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like that's a common thread. I feel like everyone just needs to find a routine that works for them, but something that grounds us, something that makes us feel like, hey, at least I can do this every day. And
exactly.
This is what's going to happen. Yeah.
It's a good workout program. That's all you need.
Oh, yes. So the timer already went off, but I want to ask you some more questions.
Okay.
What have you learned this year so far?
I think I've learned that life is short, and that if you want to do something, you should go ahead and do it. It's kind of like a now or never scenario, it feels like. And I think it also showed me that like if you're unhappy doing something, it's okay to move on and start again, and you shouldn't feel locked into the stress or fear mindset that you have to maintain and do something you don't love. You don't like it.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your one wish for the beauty industry?
I think my one wish is just a continuation of what already has been started, is that please continue with diversity. Diversify your workplaces, diversify your product assortments and your formulations, and realize that you're speaking to a global audience. You're not speaking to the niche group of people maybe that you hang out with. And that's also for fashion and for lifestyle as well. I just would love to see a beautiful amalgamation of different types of people being able to use every product.
Well, thank you so much, Chelsea. This was so good. I feel like everyone that will listen to this can benefit in many ways, from beauty tips to life revelations. Yeah, so I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you.
Of course, thank you for having me. Love you.
Love you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.